can't be.
I guess...
Great! Why? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah!
You dummy!
Whoa!
Ugh. And then she has to come along and...
Hey, you're looking a little red there. You working up a fever or...
You dummy!
What did I do?
Reel it in. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
Yeah. I've got something. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
I've got something. Good fishers always keep their cool. Yeah. Reel it in. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
Wow, what an awesome fish you caught!
Once more from the top. got something. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
Reel it in. We can get a good meal out of this fella.
That flapper was a true fighter.
Yeah! There we go. Well, it's not bad, per se.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Reel it in. She's got a good size to her, all told.
That flapper was a true fighter.
Yeah! There we go. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
Reel it in. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Not too shabby, friend.
All right. She's got a good size to her, all told.
Hopefully it tastes better than it looks.
Yeah! There we go. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
So what's it to be? Grilled or broiled?
Yeah! All right. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
I don't recognize that fish. Is it okay to eat?
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. There we go. Well, it's not bad per se.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
This feels like a big one. This is quite the catch, if I do say so myself.
Look at you, fishing like a pro.
Wow, I can't believe you caught another amazing fish!
Yeah, no kidding. I had no idea there was anything like that even swimming around in the Kisara?
Huh? Oh, hey, Rinwell, Alphen.
Why the long face? Not happy with your haul?
Are you not sure how you want to cook it? If you don't mind it being grilled, I'd be happy to do it for you.
No, it's nothing like that. Here, take a look at this. It's a golden catfish.
A golden catfish? Is there some kind of problem with it or something? It's not like it's poisonous or anything, right?
My brother Miguel told me something about catfish once. He said, when you find a big one, it's an omen. And with a catfish this big, I'm just hoping it isn't a sign something bad's coming our way.
Are catfish like that supposed to be bad omens?
Not necessarily, but you know how these things go. Omens usually don't pop up to warn you of when good things are coming.
Well, think of it like this. Omens just mean that change is coming. And in this case, it's change that all of us are going to bring.
Totally. We're trying to overthrow the big bad Renans. If that's a bad omen for anyone, then we're gonna make sure it's for them.
Huh. I never thought of it like that. Then I guess you could say this fish is Miguel's way of telling us that he's with us. That we can do this.
We're going to build a future for Dana that's as bright as that fish.
You bet we will. Reel it in. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
Yeah. All right. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
Wow, what an awesome fish you caught!
All right. I reeled us in a big one.
We can make a real feast out of this bad boy.
There we go. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
There certainly are a wide array of fish on Dana. Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. Huh. Dang, this fish is being stubborn! Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
Look at you, fishing like a pro.
All right. She's got a good size to her, all told.
Hopefully it tastes better than it looks.
What kind of fish is that? It's such a pure white.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It reminds me of Hoodle's wings. Oh.
Judging from the color of the scales, I'd say it's a Cygnai piraruku. They say it swims so elegantly that it's like a bird flying underwater.
Wow, that must be beautiful. I'd love to see it for myself.
That may be a tall order. The piraruku doesn't like to show its face very often. Speaking of which, what exactly is Hoodle doing over there?
Whoa! He's snapping up all sorts of little fish right out of the water!
Ugh! Hoodle, stop! What do you think you're doing?
Do owls even like to eat fish? I had no idea.
He'll eat them, sure. But that's not the point. I have no idea why the heck he would catch so many.
Maybe it's all a business plan. He thinks if he brings enough fish, he can trade them for this albino piraruku and eat the whole thing himself.
Seriously?
It's okay, Hoodle. It's a big fish. There's plenty for you to eat too, okay?
You heard her, Hoodle. Lucky you.
But since he went out of his way to catch so many fish, might as well cook those up too. Ha! Oh! Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
So what's it to be? Grilled or broiled?
All right. We can get a good meal out of this fella.
I can't believe you caught that with a rod. Amazing.
All right. I reeled us in a big one.
Hopefully it tastes better than it looks.
Yeah. Reel it in. Well, it's not bad per se.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
There we go. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
I don't recognize that fish. Is it okay to eat?
No way.
Ha!
There we go. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
I don't recognize that fish. Is it okay to eat?
Looks like it was well worth coming out here to the ocean to fish, judging by your haul.
Yeah, I can't complain with a catch like this. Dinner tonight's going to be a real good one.
Hell yeah!
What do you care? You're always happy as long as you're full.
Not always. I mean, okay, yeah, sure. Having a full stomach is close to the maximum amount of happy I can be. But Kisara's cooking is just so amazing. Even you can't deny that.
Well, sorry for not being able to cook as good as her then.
What? That's not what I said at all.
Anyway, what are you planning to do with that fish? Grill it? Turn it into a sashimi? Personally, my vote's for something Kisara?
Sorry. Can you, not talk to me? Right now?
Hey, are you alright? Your face is as white as a ghost.
It might be more accurate to say green.
What happened? She was doing okay until just a few seconds ago.
Actually, I think I remember her mentioning at one point that she felt pretty seasick. But we've been out here for a while now. Maybe it doesn't hit her when she's concentrating on something.
I think that means yes.
I'm sorry. I've never seen anyone look so ill before.
Don't worry about dinner right now. You just get some rest, okay?
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Reel it in. I reeled us in a big one.
I can't believe you caught that with a rod. Amazing.
There we go. I reeled us in a big one.
We can make a real feast out of this bad boy.
Reel it in. We can get a good meal out of this fella.
That fish put up a fight. Good catch.
There we go. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
There we go. That's not a fish I see often.
I see you've gotten even better at this.
All right. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
This feels like a big one. Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
That's not a Zoogle, right?
What a gorgeous fish you caught. It almost looks a little like a gemstone. It's breathtaking.
It's called a cobalt trout. They're actually tremendously rare. I never thought I'd catch one for myself.
I wonder how it tastes.
What?
Look at how big it is. Its growth must have been pretty unusual. Maybe it absorbed some water astral energy or something.
Mutated fish are known to be pretty cautious by nature. It's possible it turned out this way after years of avoiding human contact.
We're still going to eat it though, aren't we?
Come on, we don't have to eat it, right? I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of other fish we could catch later.
Yeah, I guess.
No way. You should always eat whenever you get the chance. You never know when the enemy will strike next.
That's true.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. All right. That's not a fish I see often.
There certainly are a wide array of fish on Dana.
Fish bee. Dang, this fish is being stubborn. this fish is seriously rare.
That's not a zoogle, right?
Yes! I caught a big one.
Is that even a fish? It's rather enormous for one, is it not?
Of course it is. It's an Orem arowana, a freshwater species that makes its home in these parts.
It's quite the impressive specimen. Why, I don't believe we ever had anything so large for dinner back at the palace.
That's because a fish like this is way too big to put on display at a formal dinner, let alone one for a sitting lord.
You catch a giant fish, and all you can talk about is how you're going to eat it?
What's wrong? You like eating too, don't you, Law? I can guarantee a fish this big is going to make for a good meal.
Well, when you put it like that, I guess I am a little excited to dig into it and see how it tastes.
Moments such as this are a good reminder of what I would have missed out on. I'm glad I decided to join you all on this journey. I may have once been a lord, but in truth, my insight into this world was rather limited. And that is, despite the myriad opportunities lordship ostensibly affords.
Wish every Renin was as self-aware as you. Maybe then things wouldn't be so bad.
Indeed. When I say Menancia was beyond lucky to have you as its lord, I really mean it. I'd even say it was miraculous. Now, as for that fish, I'm thinking I'll make some steaks out of it tonight.
Oh, that sounds good. I can't wait.
Miraculous. That's hardly the word I would use to describe myself.
Oh! This fish is way bigger than I was expecting.
Stars above! That's gotta be a new record.
Yeah. This feels like a big one. Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
Oh my gosh! That's a really rare species.
I wasn't sure if I'd actually reel it in, but somehow I did.
That was intense. It looked like you were practically dueling with the fish.
Yeah, I kept thinking your rod was going to snap in half the entire time I was watching.
It's a whopper of an armored sturgeon. It wriggled so much I thought my arms would pop out of their sockets.
The fish was all ah, and your rod was all creak, and the water was all splash, 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 splash. But you held your own and reeled it in. It was crazy. You're like a heavyweight fishing champion.
Heavyweight?
Law.
No, I just mean you put your full weight behind the thing.
Law, how about you put your full weight behind zipping your pie hole?
I meant it as a compliment.
Reel it in. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Nice work!
Dang, this fish is being stubborn. Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
We sure hit the jackpot. That'll taste great.
Kisara, that was amazing! Your rod was flashing like a sword! First this way, then that way, it was crazy!
Indeed. That fish was quite fearsome in its own right. I applaud your tremendous skills in taming such an unwieldy beast.
What he said when you slammed your foot down and gave it that. It got me so pumped!
Yes, it was quite the impressive war cry, I must say.
Anyway, what did you catch?
Oh, right. This is a silver marlin. The king of the seas, as they call it. I wanted to try to catch one at some point while we were out at sea.
It almost looks like a sword blade with that intense sheen.
It really does. With a head as sharp as that, I bet you could fight with it if you had to.
If you could properly wield it, that is. Bear in mind, the marlin is known to be rather heavy for a fish.
Well, if anyone could, it's probably Kisara, right? I mean, hell, she reeled in the damn thing.
Yeah.
Not that you aren't doing great already, Kisara. Your strength is often the only thing between our enemies and us.
Yeah. Every time you lift up that shield, I'm glad you're on our side, Kisara.
You're so stupidly strong, nothing can match your brute strength.
Stupid? Brute?
The only thing that could match it may be your sheer stupidity.
What? Where'd that come from?
Well, most of the perches are filled up now. Frankly, I'm amazed there's so many of these guys.
What cautious lives they must have lived. They deserve credit for their vitality.
They're all so lovely individually, but I think they look downright awe-inspiring, and so many of them are gathered together in one place.
I don't know. It's hard to relax with all of them eyeballing us at once.
Yeah, I guess owls do seem to stare.
You've done well.
He's at it again.
Come on, you know you like it.
Frankly, I never thought you'd gather so many of us.
You are so quick to rescue those in need. You have given us a big, happy family.
We're on the brink of extinction. We must work together if we are to change our fate.
You carry a heavy burden.
Don't you worry. We can change fate. You won't be alone. I promise.
This isn't just your fight. I'm here for you too. I want us both to be together.
That was you interpreting for the owls, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's nice to see everyone getting along, but perhaps we should be moving on.
Just who was that conversation between?
Try not to think about it too much. Besides, there's still a few empty perches left.
We've come this far. Why stop now, right?
Hey, Hoodle. Once we've managed to gather all the owls, after that...
Huh?